So today we're going to talk about branding, and this is one of my favorite things to talk about because it was also one of the hardest things for me to grasp in the beginning of coaching. Um, as a Beachbody coach, you're going to want to market yourself and your brand by utilizing social media. So it's really important for you to figure out how to do that without being salesy, and that can often be confusing at first. So you need to think about what you're passionate about and what really drives you, what makes you tick, what makes you come alive. And those are the things that you need to focus on, and those are the things that you need to share. So, this really is a unique opportunity for you to show the world and show everybody on social media who you really are and share your story and what you're about. So, this isn't like a 9 to 5 job where you can clock out at 5 in the afternoon and you can go to the bar and you can be, this completely different person than you are when you're sitting in your cubicle. Being a Beachbody coach, this is a lifestyle. This is who you need to be all the time. You need to be true to who you are, and as you grow and you change, your brand may change a little bit, and that's great. So for me, my brand is that I'm a young entrepreneur. I'm a single mom. I wanted to be able to stay home with my son. I want to be able to show him a healthy lifestyle. I want to be healthy so I can always be around for him. I want to help others lead healthy, fulfilling lives, and also for me to be financially stable and have a future, and to live passionately and live my dreams. So part of my brand is sharing my struggles as a mom, and balancing a healthy lifestyle while running a business and running a household. I love nutrition. I cook a lot, so I share things about that. I have overcome some injuries, so I love fitness and using my body, and talking about that. So you're gonna want all the aspects of your brand to be reflected in the things that you post, and the easiest way to do that is to figure out what your 5 key pieces of your brand are, so that when you're sharing, it's always in the realm of your brand, and if it's not, don't share it. Just really stick to who you are. So some examples of branding could be, that you're really into running and you share about that, or you're, really into one specific program, or you you love to cook, or you have a really cool hobby that you love to talk about, or you're passionate about your family, or you're passionate about your faith. Those are all things that tie into branding. So think about what your top 5 things are, and that's what you're going to want to stick to sharing. Um, so you might need to do a little bit of soul searching to figure these things out, and that's where personal development comes in and why it's so helpful, because it really helps you to focus in on what your strong points are and what you're really passionate about in your life. Um, so one thing is that the products are already branded. Beachbody is already branded. Shakeology, T25, 21 Day Fix, all of our programs and products are already branded. So you're not selling a product, you're selling yourself. And you need to be sharing things that are inspiring, and share your story. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. That's one of the scariest things in the beginning. I mean, I used to sit behind my computer before a post, and before I hit the button to post, and it's really not scary once you do it a couple times and you start to learn to love sharing, because that's your whole goal, is to inspire people and help people, and really fuel them to take action to change in their own lives and to become happier and healthier and more fulfilled in their lives. So if you don't necessarily feel like you're ready to talk about your story, that's okay. Talk about somebody else that's inspired you, or somebody's transformation story that's inspired you, and share their story a little bit until you're ready to do so. But don't be afraid to make yourself vulnerable. That's the only way that you're going to grow. Don't be afraid to really step out of your comfort zone. And this way, it also helps people to relate and really connect to you when you're really being true to who you are. So you don't really need to worry that you're not gonna, connect with every single person. It just doesn't work that way, and that's why we're not competition as coaches, because we're all so different and we all have such different stories and come from such different backgrounds and are passionate about different things. Like, some are very fitness driven, some are very nutrition driven, some are very faith focused, and this way it really allows you to hone in on what you're good at and what you love, and to share that. And it's going to draw people to you, that are supposed to be drawn to you. So for me, like, a lot of moms and moms that want to be able to stay at home with their kids, or moms that are single moms and they're looking to create a stable financial future for themselves, that's the type of people that I attract. Or also people that have overcome injuries and challenges within their life. I attract people like that as well, because that's part of who I am and that's part of what I share. So don't ever discount your story, or think that you're not inspiring, or think that by genuinely sharing, you know, that it is scary, but you never know whose life you can touch by sharing your story, and you never know who you can inspire to make a change in their own life. So, really just talk about how this has helped you and how it's changing your life, or how it's changed your life. Um, and it'll help others to inspire to do the same when they see that it's true and it's genuine and it's something so real for you. And always remember with your brand that you need to be adding value to people's lives. Don't share things that are not really genuine or true to who you are, because then you're not being true to yourself, and you're not really being honest with people. So just remember to be yourself and love who you are and love who you have the power to become, and love that process of figuring out what you really want to portray and what your brand is.